The Yellow Brick Road. This video does not reflect the actual views of real people. These are actors playing a role to entertain audiences. No persons or animals were harmed in the making of this video. Gosh, I love YouTube and I love Google.
Alright, so Monday on the 14th, Bloody Monday, as they call it. Apparently, Israel sniper fire killed 50 plus Palestinian protesters and injured a lot more, in the thousands somewhere. And then Alex Jones made this video.
So if you look at what goes on in Israel, there's different administrations, there's different policies. You've got political assassinations, you've got Orthodox Jews and the super, Orthodox Hasidic Jews, and you've got, the worldly socialist Jews that move there, and then all the other people that move there. There's dozens of groups, but there's a litmus test in liberal media, there's a litmus test in Hollywood, there's a litmus test with George Soros, there's a litmus test with the radical Islamic groups of hating Israel, but never looking at the mass murder Hillary and Obama caused by funding the Arab Spring and overthrowing non-radical regimes and our allies and putting radical Islam in.
So far, it sounds like justification.
Yeah, it's also like,
yeah, Israel did this, but
yeah, it's
look at all this other stuff that other people do.
It's like, yeah, I punched him, but he hit me with a golf club. Yeah. It's like that kind of thing. It's like, what?
In mine,
you kidding me, man?
Yeah, we've already seen the part of this video that we're going to show you guys, but like his right in the beginning here, when he starts sectioning off the citizens of Israel into, there's this type of person and this type of person and this type of person, but when he gets to the Palestinians, it's just Palestinians.
He likes to group things all into one, like,
and it's
really messy.
He's basically calling them all radicalized.
Yeah,
it seems like it.
He's grouping them all into one, yeah,
and
generalizing. That's it.
Hopefully, people get to see this video, because I've heard things about Alex Jones' channels, claiming bullying if you criticize certain things or say them in a certain way. So maybe we'll watch our language, but probably won't.
Maybe we'll ask him for his lunch money. We should change the name of this podcast to Lunch Money.
18 subscribers!
They have 18 subscribers.
You know what you can do with 18 subscribers.
Shut the fuck up.
There's different maps of it that universities have put out, but if you type in the spread of Islam worldwide maps, you'll get a lot of different variants and versions, and you'll see that Islam is expanding.
There's that generalization right there. Like, Islam is spreading. There's no sections of it. It's just one giant blanket of an idea.
It's a gigantic wave of terror.
And it's green. You'll find that out.
Islam is not contracting. Christianity is contracting. Capitalism is contracting. Prosperity is contracting.
Christianity, capitalism, prosperity. They're all contracting. Goodness, pureness is going away, Jordan.
He's basically
innocence.
He's applying Christianity, capitalism, and calling them synonymous with prosperity.
Yep.
He basically said that without saying it, really. Yeah.
And when Islam takes over your country, it doesn't let you continue to be free. All it does is expand. There are countries that are currently Islamic, and there are countries that are currently not Islamic. There is that.
It's either or. And apparently it's a virus, and it's imperial.
And it's one giant thing. as you can see by the green there, there's a lot of it because it's green.
The lighter shades of green are potential Islam. The greener it gets, the more Islam it is.
Look at the green. It's spreading.
Listen, Jordan, I'm here to tell you the grass is greener on the other side. This is why.
You ever take butter and just put it on a plate and then put it in the microwave? It just starts expanding and then Islam.
House of Islam, there is the House of War. Islam is already in control of most European countries because they're parliamentary with more than 10 parties per country.
What the fuck? The global... This looks like that sheet of paper you get in 3rd grade. It's color-coded. The global spread of Islam. Some propaganda.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
It looks a little makeshift. Little photoshopped.
Slapped together in like a minute.
Yeah.
Oh god.
You get 10-15% that vote in a block, you have checkmate control already. Understand that, ladies and gentlemen. There's a devastating world map. If you're a radio listener, Infowars.com/show. You can go see this for yourself. But this is the reality.
We need those graphics right there.
Sure. Wait, I don't understand. How come he had the shitty ass map, then he has his intro? What's going on?
Yeah.
Is he like, dude, does he save pennies? Not a Jewish joke.
He's not Jewish anyways.
Whatever. Anyway, it's like...
No Kramer.
That's right, no Kramer. But yeah, it's like, how do you have an intro like this? And then it's, look at this map, it's legit. See? The woman with her face covered. Islam. Some like dubstep.
I've had the Islamicist groups, I've had the white supremacists, I've had the Hollywood crowd, I've had mainstream media bully me for 20 plus years that I've been on air with litmus tests about, do I support Israel or don't I? And I've been very, very clear that I do support Israel. There's videos on YouTube that have been re-uploaded where I said that in 1997. And the reason I do is very simple.
Before he goes into his reason, let's just start us out there that, like we said, 50 plus Palestinian protesters died.
I believe this is the first time they've been picked off like this.
No, but this made like wide news.
Yeah.
And now he's coming out and saying he supports Israel. Like this. Dedicating a 30-minute video to it after a bunch of people died.
There's also reports or maybe videos of people like, hey, watch him get up. Watch him. Look. Like, are you fucking serious, bro?
I think those are from like a month ago or something.
Oh.
I don't think they're from the most recent one. But either way, why'd you wait till now to make this video declaration?
This announcement.
Yeah.
God.
Are you stabilizing the table with the broken leg on it? You're like putting your weight under there, propping your back up so the table holds up.
He has to make sure it's a good coffee table.
Before shit starts rolling downhill. Alright.
None of the Muslim countries like Egypt or Jordan or Saudi Arabia that surround the Palestinian lands.
Look, you're green too.
No, I'm see-through.
Oh, that's right. We see right through you. That's right.
I'm Iron Man.
Close quote. We'll take any of them. And I've gone and looked at the demographics of most of those people. They're basically nomadic groups that have come into the area as part of a Hajj or part of some type of jihad.
Weren't they there before Israel was there?
Pretty sure Israel was there in the 40s, right?
Well, created officially as like a state, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So if the Palestinians were there before that.
Yes. And Israel's never ending, expanding border.
Yeah.
Rose.
And then even if you go by like the biblical history where I guess Jewish people were there thousands of years ago, that's a lot of generations happening there to where you can't really call Palestinians nomads for something that happened thousands of years ago.
It's ridiculous and it's silly.
Like they just walked in and took over everything.
Sure.
3,000 years ago. It's like,
imagine this. Imagine the spot we're in right now was originally like occupied by a Native American tribe, and then an army. It's just an army. It's like, we want it back. This is our land. It's like, you can't just fucking move people out from where they live and kill them.
and it's a little more complicated than that, but I hear what you're saying.
Well, I'm just kind of getting to the point. That's what's basically happening. If you bulldoze someone's home while they're in it,
Yeah.
that's a problem.
All right.
Now let's explain this. Israel's this little bitty tiny country.
It's itty bitty. Oh.
All around it are these Muslim countries. And if you look at maps going back 100 years ago, time lapse through today, big magazines have done them, TV stations have done them, news programs have done them.
Keep it going.
They generally show Islam spreading as green because that's the color of Islam, and you see it expanding, never contracting.
Okay. Shouldn't you be taking the argument that there shouldn't be Muslim countries, as in
A religious state?
yeah, instead of arguing for another religious state that's different from theirs?
Like a Jewish state.
Yeah.
It's like that's like me calling like somewhere in America. This is a white Protestant Christian state. Like I'd get shit for that,
Oh yeah.
but they don't. As far as like a mass scale, they won't. And they haven't. I don't think.
Well, they should all get shit for having
They should.
Muslim or Jewish
Yeah.
or Christian countries.
It's like
Alright.
And you've got almost 4 billion Muslims having 6 children on average. That means 3 billion by 2030.
Not really, but alright.
So within about 12 years. Hard to believe 2030 is only 12 years away. Wow, isn't that incredible? We're living in the future here.
we are. You're not.
And the left and the globalists have allied themselves with radical Islam, and they've backed it to take over non-radical Islam and persecute Muslims, and then persecute Christians, and persecute animists, and persecute Zoroastrians, and Hindus, and Buddhists, and atheists, and straight, and gay. All over the world, Islam comes in, sets up, and then once it hits about 20%, it does not tolerate.
I think he needs a different word than Islam, right?
This is the thing about him. This is why I don't like this guy. He generalizes so much, and it's immense. I can't believe how much he's doing this.
Yeah. Why not say extremist instead? That can carry over into any religion, right?
Oh yeah.
And there's Christian groups in America that's murdered doctors from like abortion clinics and shit like that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's a bunch that want to murder other people, but for some reason maybe they don't have the numbers to do it.
Even the word extremist, it's like implementing belief onto someone else, ruling it law. It's like, who's the real extremist here?
Nonetheless, can't just say Islam. Isn't that like a
Islam countries, Muslim countries,
Yeah.
450 billion Muslims by 2040. It's like,
But he went out of his way to
yeah, I know. Section them off.
to chop up Israel. So there's a variety of different beliefs and people there. Right.
Anybody else. In fact, it doesn't tolerate more moderate Islamic groups. It's a scourge. And you read the WikiLeaks from 2 years ago, the Jerusalem Post even had to report on it. Boy, the Israeli media is just as leftist as ours, tries to cover stuff up. That
I hate when people do that. When they say leftist and it just means something bad right out the gate. It's like you're fucking things up as far as categorizing things. It's like I thought left just meant liberal and right meant conservative. It's like, okay, I can understand that, but if leftist means murderer, and like what the fuck's the right? Is it like angelic people?
This guy's being a dick.
He's using
terms to bend and twist them to his own meaning, which is a problem. It's called generalizing.
Yeah, and he's probably passing those terms off to his audience, and they're adopting it.
This dude's
That's
tricky.
why I might hear it so
man.
much.
That's why, like, for every little fucking thing he says, it's like, what?
Yeah,
every little fucking thing.
He does a lot of saying things without saying them, which is why people make like conspiracy videos on YouTube, like Alex Jones is a Zionist and blah blah blah. They do that because you can hear him insinuating something without saying it directly.
No, you can't. You can't say it directly.
Let's find out.
George Soros basically wants to break up Israel and end it. Get rid of it.
Why?
What are you going to do with those millions of Jews that are there? Just push them into the ocean like
How do you know that? How do you know that?
And then you've got the 13th.
Well,
as you pause it.
Yeah. I have no affinity or affiliation or care. I don't really know anything about the guy, George Soros.
Allegedly, he's a villainous billionaire who finances mobs and political stages political events.
But nonetheless, there's people other than George Soros saying maybe we should integrate all of Palestine into the now Israel area.
Yeah.
Like healthy integration to where it's just a mixture of people. Sort of like here.
Healthy. It's very healthy.
It would take a long time to bring down animosity.
Yeah, it would. And all that brainwashing.
I think it'd be worth it.
No, I believe so too. It's just...
It might take generations, who knows, but...
I think by then we'll all be...
As long as no one's shooting each other, it might work out. Right.
That's what drones are for.
Tribe, Kessler arguments that have been proven not to be completely accurate. Say, well, most of them are European Jews, so they don't really have some genetic background. Oh, yes, they do. It may be...
Alright. No comment.
A small genetic background, but it doesn't even matter. Jews were there thousands of years ago, and the idea that the whole Middle East can't have any Jews in it...
Was it? Alright. Even if that was true, how do you know that? You don't fucking know that. Were you there? No.
But
it's what really annoys... I'm just saying, it's what really annoys me. It's people taking fucking these biblical texts as doctrine.
Yeah.
How do you know that?
Either way, when he says, like, you're going to say you can have no Jews in all the Middle East, like, he's complaining about that, but then you have Israel that won't allow Palestinians.
Yeah, you're not allowed. You're not allowed.
Or you get shot.
Yeah. There's certain parts of the fucking streets you're not allowed to walk.
And, yeah, they're not all extremists.
No.
I can't believe that.
There's a fucking video of, like, a little boy, like, on a fucking bike. And like Jewish kids and a man. Like, here's the enemy. I was like, oh, this guy right here? He's like a little dude on the bike. He's like, hi.
It's like videos of guys picking up tires. I guess rolling them or throwing them or whatever. Throwing rocks.
Yeah.
There's an image of the guy on a guy in a wheelchair like with a sling with a rock on it,
Yeah.
like slinging rocks. He died that day on Monday.
And then, you know, we'll hear, well, James and Jordan, they were sleeper cells. Who the fuck told you that?
He wouldn't care enough to respond.
Who, him?
Yeah, I don't think he did. I don't think he's had a legit debate ever.
No.
With his ideas,
No.
like a legitimate. You sit here,
And
I'll sit here. Here's our moderator.
Sure.
Here's some water for you.
Any true scenario would be how do I say this, purposely wasted.
Say that again?
Any true scenario for a debate would either probably purposely wasted or he just wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Look what he did on Piers Morgan.
It's not a legit forum. But
No, it's not, but it's a format for a debate.
I would actually sort of lean towards Alex Jones' side on that because he's getting like what, 5-10 minutes,
But
and
at
and your host isn't a debate guy. He's a moderator and sort of debating at the same time.
Well, sure, but at the same
so
time.
he can say, "All right, commercial break," if you get into a point. And
Sure,
this guy
but-
ends up yelling and shit.
Sure, but at the same time, it's like you're just making you're making everybody over here look crazy.
Oh yeah.
You did more harm than good there.
I
I think so.
think people.
He gives.
I think a video like this is gonna
no. This is
have
horrible.
people like.
This is horrible.
I think people are gonna be like,
Oh yeah.
just stay over there somewhere. I'll go.
That dude with his truck, like his Infowars peeling the back. He's like, just peel this off.
You like.
He's like, that's like.
He brought in like troves of audience when he was like, "Fuck Trump" for bombing Syria and all that
Yeah.
shit. And then
The day after.
he threw them all back after this.
Yeah.
I think.
The fucking day after the fucking shooting, man.
Yeah.
This. Like, what is this? This is. I'm sure this is like. Oh, well, let's just put it out now. It's like, no, fucker. This is so.
It's a portion of his live show, I'm guessing.
Here we go.
Is the exact same idea that there can't be any Christians. Except where? Syria and Iraq. And Egypt. And Libya. And what did Barack Hussein Obama...
It's like, you can't have Christians anywhere. Except Syria. Except Iraq. Except Yemen. It's like, just names off countries.
Go back. Netanyahu. He had a little article about the glorious Benjamin Netanyahu. Netanyahu blamed Soros for Israel anti-deportation campaign. Soros, who is Jewish, a traitor, is a student critic of Israel and has supported a number of NGOs with radical left-wing agendas.
The left. Right.
The Jerusalem Post. The left.
So if I do something horrible and I blame Soros, I can win over Alex Jones.
You might get a medal too.
I don't know about that. Right.
And Libya. And what did Barack Hussein Obama...
Unnecessary.
Oh my God.
There's someone randomly named Adolf Hitler. It's like, doesn't mean you're a bad person. Not that I'm defending Obama at all. At the same time, you can't just go off his name. Oh, see, he's Muslim, and Muslim means bad.
If my middle name is Hamas, you know, who gives a flying fuck? I'm not really. It's preposterous, you know.
This is what I was saying about the Capitol, or not the Capitol, the embassy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if they move the embassy to Jerusalem.
Yeah.
Apparently, these other people do care. It's like, all right, I guess you care about it, but that doesn't mean I have to care so much about it.
Mm.
Okay, you're gonna protest. Like, oh, they're gonna shoot you for protesting?
Now I care.
Now I'm jumping in to
Yeah.
say something about it. Otherwise, it would just been like a, not really, but a.
This is disgusting. This can't happen.
Right.
Who wears his little Islam ring with Arabic on it. The first foreign speech he gave was in Cairo. They said it's like he's an imam. He speaks Arabic perfectly.
Where's this coming from?
What does it have to do with anything?
There is no place for Christians all over the world. From Indonesia
What is this?
to...
Alright.
What? Okay, look, I don't like Obama. I think he's a murderer. I think there's something deeply wrong with the dude for even do whatever. But what does this have to do with any of this?
I think he's saying that...
This anti-Muslim thing going on?
I think he's saying, like, they're quietly Islamic, and Islamic's a bad thing that's spreading through wherever.
He looks like the kind of guy that would pair globalism and Islam together. Yeah.
And also, I think he's going to show his true feelings around the 10-minute mark. Around
yeah.
This is what I think Alex Jones is quietly thinking.
Yeah.
Or even subconsciously thinking.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Nigeria. Black Christians. Black Ethiopian Christians. Sudanese Christians. In countries that were 95% Christian just 100 years ago, the Christians are being completely pushed out and slaughtered.
No. What's that based off of? What are those percentages based off of? You never give anything like anybody. Hardly ever. I don't know that, but I'm not hearing it now. You keep saying these things, you don't back them up. What? 95% of what? What's that based off of? What?
From what I've seen of Alex Jones, he uses mainstream sources. Like see, it's even in the NBC News here.
I guess.
And he uses, well, I have informants in the FBI and in the CIA, and
I can't tell you.
then it's like,
It's like here's the thing. It's like this guy, one of those guys that dances around the truth. Like he'll give you half of it and not full, so that way you can't say he lied. You know, it's really weird, but it's like, again, it's like you're saying something without saying it. You know.
So here's the coup de grace. I don't say these things about Israel to curry favor with the anti-Israel crowd. I say it because I like to give a full spectrum analysis.
Oh yeah.
I don't like some of the globalist and leftist groups that basically use Israel as a place to launder money.
So he started off with the caveat of, it's like, I like to cover the full spectrum of things, the good and the bad. Like he's almost qualifying his answer before he says it. It's like saying no homo after you say something that sounds gay.
It's like, everybody just wait, just listen. No homo. Okay. And I was like, why are you touching me?
He did it the opposite way though.
I know.
He was like, no homo, but
I know.
I love
you're
dicks.
making an announcement.
Yeah.
Like, everybody just wait. Before I begin. No homo. Every crowd's like, oh, okay, yeah. Man, so all you guys have to help me bend over and pick up this big thing, man. It's heavy as fuck. I feel empty inside, man. I need to get all y'all to help me fill that gap. What do you say? It's like,
why is it funny?
What?
Fuck.
To manipulate, influence, and to escape criminal actions here in the U.S.
I'll go back on it.
The no homo thing, we're not anti-gay. It's just silly.
Qualifying your answer.
Curry favor with the anti-Israel crowd. I say it because I like to give a full spectrum analysis.
Can't say I didn't.
I don't like some of the globalist and leftist groups that basically use Israel as a place to launder money.
Globalists and leftist groups. It's like, what? Alright.
And to manipulate, influence, and to escape criminal actions here in the U.S. I don't like some of the leftist Israel lobby being involved in anti-gun movements here in the U.S.
That's what it is.
When they are handing out M16s and Uzis to their people, which they should.
Uzis.
Says which they should. What do you say? M16s and Uzis?
Yeah.
You should be handing them out to your population because we're under fire 24/7, and This is I did say this on Twitter. It's fear worship. They're worshiping fear.
He's a fear monger.
Just like what's it, the Old Testament God or whatever, where you're like you're obedient because of fear type shit. That's when you're worshiping fear.
Yeah. It's not love. Fear.
Should drop that Jay-Z snippet in there.
Fear's your only God. You try to fit with my only job.
Alright.
It's also something I got for you.
What?
Okay, class. Today, we'll be talking about fear.
Today, class, I'm going to teach you about fear.
I got issues with Israel.
He didn't bring up the 60 plus people dying.
You see,
At least in this portion of
you can't.
of Israel doing bad things.
If he did,
doesn't bring up
You would
innocent lives dying.
you would have to justify if he did.
Yeah, and he doesn't. And I don't mean just forget about just the 50 plus or 60 or whatever. Think about the entire timeline of the conflict and all the innocent people that have died. That's not brought up as a crime of Israel by him, so far at least.
He built a house off his arguments, and if he brings that up, his pillars will fucking crack and crumble, and there goes the building. He doesn't want that.
I don't know.
I'm sure.
I think he's
Because you can't.
I think he's playing towards a strong evangelical Christian crowd, like heavily into it, to where they want to see this thing happen. They subconsciously want to see an antichrist so that they can consciously see a Christ, a second coming of Christ. So they're quietly cheering for, the end of the world, so they can out loud see Jesus in front of them or something.
This is where he'll be. We'll be here for it. This is where he'll be, right there in Israel. He's coming.
Yeah.
Oh, you heard us talk about Israel, didn't you?
Yeah.
But Israel's a diverse political system.
They're diverse. Yeah.
Israel is not expanding and telling me I can't have a church.
Where did you get that? Where did you get that picture? Thank you, President Trump, for making Jerusalem great again. I feel bad.
I don't want to say anything because the fucking kid
Well, fuck that.
probably has no idea. Probably indoctrinated type.
I don't care. You have a choice. Do I know anything about this sign I'm holding up? These symbols? These symbols on the fucking sign? This ain't wrestling. You can't just hold a sign and no.
Yeah.
On my street. Israel is not telling me that my children have to submit to Allah. Israel is not spreading like a virus.
This is where he's getting closer to the. This is how you really feel, Alex.
Yeah. Where have you seen Muslims telling you have to worship this or that, other than extremists that want to blow you up if you don't agree with them?
And there's also, there's also extremists of everything,
Oh yeah.
So I don't want to hear it. If we're gonna go historical here, what's it called?
Witch burnings.
That and the the Crusades. Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll just look past that. Such a long time ago.
Yeah.
So long ago.
And wasn't Jesus murdered because of religious persecution? Like, he can't be right. We'll kill him. Like, oh,
He's a false prophet. Get rid of him.
oh, he is the guy. We killed him already. Sorry.
Look at that. That story is more of a metaphor, but nonetheless.
And George Soros, my enemy, the guy trying to destroy me, trying to overthrow this country, the Nazi collaborator, No matter how many newspapers and publications he pays to call himself a Holocaust survivor, he went on 60 Minutes and he wrote a book, and so did his dad, bragging how they helped round up thousands of Jews, saying it was the best time of their life, and they do it all over again. Do I have...
He might be embellishing there.
He might be. I don't know if it's true or not, but...
A little bit of hyperbole there, I think.
He spews out so much information at once. It's like, dude, I don't even know. Like,
he takes someone who might be like a bad actor, and then he makes them even worse by adding shit onto it.
Yeah.
They're gloating about how they survived or how they killed their own people or something.
It's like this. It's like if I was having a fight, if I was in a
trying
fight,
to make them evil so you can justify whatever the hell
whatever
you're supporting.
It's like your mountain of shit has to be equal, if not to like you know, to like let the less amount of shit that you're gonna like give, right? You know, it's like, well yeah, this is bad, but this is way worse. It's like, no, this isn't how it works. It's not the two of lesser evils, you know. Like you can't do that.
Yeah, it's you know, guns are bad, but guns kill people, but
bombs explode by themselves, you know.
It's like guns kill people, but us good people need guns to stop the bad guys from using guns. And then
that's the answer. Right.
War on top of war. Fight war to end war.
If they don't
to have peace.
You gotta kill them before they kill you. Fear.
Yeah.
Supplements.
Play 60 Minutes for you again? He's after me, and they basically told me.
Don't do it.
In the lawsuits and in the news, stop doing this. I will never stop. You may be able to intimidate and push other people around, buddy. You're not pushing me around.
Where are your sources? Holy God damn.
I would say don't stop what you're doing. Just have a legitimate, open debate with someone.
Like us.
Yeah. Yeah. Do that, and then good luck. Good fucking luck. I don't know if I hit play or...
Oh, shit.
Fucking mannequin challenge.
Yeah. It's like... So. Like us, Dawson, Tessarian, Corbett. Corbett probably won't, but nonetheless.
I recommend James Corbett out of all those people. Because Dawson will be too vicious to worry.
Dawson might insult him and call him a fat walrus, which is unnecessary.
To where there's people that would be like, oh shit, he's saying something that makes sense.
Yeah.
But he just called him a fucking walrus.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
Yeah. It's like, oh, it's unnecessary.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm writing a review. Dawson is a heretic.
Yeah. Corbett would politely pick you apart in an argument.
Politely. Ho, ho, ho. I love you. Let me touch your hand in solidarity. Ho, ho, ho. It's like, damn, dude, you savage. Fuck.
And there's big money behind being anti-Israel. I didn't even try to appease the anti-Israel crowd.
I thought it was the other way around.
What's going?
Or maybe there is big money in it, but then there's big money in like supporting AIPAC and shit like that, or lobbyist firms and all that. Yeah.
When I made a film about the USS Liberty and concluded it was a false flag between Israel and LBJ to start a war. LBJ done false flags before. It made the anti-Israel crowd even madder, saying I wasn't a pure Jew hater and I wasn't pure like them and all of their BS.
I'm guessing some of them are saying you didn't completely reveal all the, or look for and sift through all the possible evidence.
Probably not.
Or any of the other things that are...
It's weird, man.
Whatever
it's like,
Israel
sure
involved in.
Like I said, it's like dancing around the truth. This dude will cherry pick, you know, let's say there is a false flag like this. He'll cherry pick what he wants to show and then give it out in the details, but he leaves out a lot of stuff that involve Israel. It's dishonest. It's disinformation, and it's immoral. You're giving half of the truth. Like, you can't.
If he is, then yeah.
That's what I'm smelling.
Me too, but I don't know enough about Alex Jones's work.
Well, it's weird, man. It's like this dude's pouring skills into a bowl, and he's only taking out all the skills that and leaving the fucking green ones alone. It's like, what are you doing? You see the green Skittles there? They're there.
Are there green Skittles?
I don't know. Possibly, but that's not the point. The point is that they're there. You see them. Well,
Alright.
I put that film out because if I'm going to expose false flags, that is an interesting and important one to make. And I interviewed Admiral Moorer, who was the Joint Chiefs of Staff Chairman, and others before he died. And I interviewed the head Judge Advocate General on the case to actually find out what happened 20 years ago.
Neck hurts.
Before your average
Fucking
anti-Israel person even knew about the Liberty. I'd had dozens of guests on about it. But that isn't the issue. It's like if the U.S. government does something evil or bad, is every administration evil? Is our whole government bad? No.
Are you going to use the same thing on Muslims and Islam?
Probably not.
Are you going to use that same logic, or is it just Islam? And you have Orthodox Jew, you have just moderate, you have atheist, you have this.
I'm not going to say his name, but I have a friend that is Muslim, I believe. I'm pretty sure. And, but it's I guess it's bad. I guess it's bad. I guess he's one of the,
He's green.
He's green.
Look at him, he's green.
Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous, man.
So,
it's called corruption.
All the bullying over the years, all the anti-Israel stuff, all of it is all part of a larger globalist UN,
leftist,
Sorosian
sorcerer
program, and the Vatican is heavily involved, and they want the UN to come in.
Okay.
Where is this, from who? What?
I don't know.
This dude's horrible at this, man.
Here's where it'll lead to my hypothesis about Alex Jones.
Sure, but I believe this
and
is
what he does when it comes to this stuff.
Yeah, I believe this is on purpose.
Yeah, let's just play it out.
And the Vatican is heavily involved, and they want the UN to come in and take over that holy city. Talk about bringing in revelation. Maybe I just don't want revelation to come in that quick. I got a 1-year-old daughter. I got 3 other children I love. Maybe I just don't like seeing it fulfilled, to have the Babylon whore and the false prophet in control of Jerusalem.
The false prophet.
And there it is. This is what I think he's either playing towards it, or he's a believer himself. That Israel is the Holy Land where Jesus will come back or something. I don't know the exact story. The Antichrist will...
Second coming.
Yeah. And the Antichrist will appear or something like that.
The rapture.
Yeah, all that shit. He's either playing towards his audience, which are more likely to believe in that.
Call me John Gaddy. Bring the shipments of coke.
Yeah, I think he's playing towards that for his audience. I think he's a minor, possibly a minor believer in that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I think he puts them in terms like that for his audience sake, which once again ups the ante of what he dislikes. You can find plenty of gripes with the UN, but when you place the Antichrist label on them, or the false prophet label, now the ante kicks up a bit.
And then you put the Islam thing with them, then you put globalist, then you put left. It's like, what, dude?
Well, your audience could someday take some normal dude who's just an asshole and claim him the Antichrist, and then they murder him in front of everybody. And it's like, well, he's evil. That's why. That's what they're playing towards with this audience shit.
Well, he's evil. That's why.
Yeah, you could just You just label something evil by placing these biblical terms on them.
Dancing,
the whore of Babylon.
Dancing around them, by the way. Let's just dance around the truth here.
Yeah.
It's called tap dancing, man.
Let's dance around the 60 dead people on Monday.
Not only that, though, the past ones too.
Yeah. But this video is coming right after that.
Yeah, I know.
That should be like fresh in his head. Like,
yeah.
Oh shit, this happened. I mean, I got nothing else to say. I think
this is enough.
A lot of biblical baiting, and either that or he's a straight up true believer in that shit. And
yeah, I either believe that he is a grossly ignorant Christian fundamentalist,
very possible,
or he's purposely spewing disinformation to sway people away from to actual sources of information that would definitely just put his shit to shame. I'm being honest, you know.
Yeah, very possible.
Like he's like, out of everybody I watched, you know, as far as alternate news, they all have given me sources, and they don't just say shit. He's the only guy that just says shit and doesn't back. I swear.
And then he shows headlines of a news report.
Yeah. like if Dawson or Corbett said something, guess what? They give you content with it, and they give you sources. And if you don't believe me, then Dawson makes videos of debunking people. This guy, it's like all day, all night. 19% are Muslim. Where's that from? Don't worry about it. It's like, I know a guy you'd love.
Oh, Sammy.
Yes. You hit it.
Alright. Anything else you want to add to this? I got really nothing else.
I don't hate this guy. I really wish. I hope he's just ignorant.
Yeah.
You know, because him being ignorant and silly is way more less creepy than him being obvious of what's going on.
Yeah.
Not him being obvious, him being aware. My fault. Because, like I said, dude, it's like how you can't dive into this information and purposely like not see this shit happening. You can't. It's ridiculous. Then that means you just didn't look.
Yeah. Just last thing, I highly recommend people looking deep into Alex Jones's work and make your own mind up.
He lacks depth. He lacks. It totally lacks. Look, he's
counter-investigate one thing with the other thing. Whatever he says, a story or an article he brings up, look at a rivaling information or
me and my brother
or a rebuttal or something.
One time we just watched a series of his videos and we were fact-checking them. Yeah, I'm not trying to do it because I don't remember off the top of my head, but it's like, God damn, dude, that was tough. Because he just says shit. He just says shit. We're not experts, you know.
Yeah.
But we had to fact-check every little fucking thing he said. And some things were just blown out of proportion and just false, and some things were like half true. So it's like, he's not really saying it, but he is. But he's not. But he isn't. So either way, he could say, yeah, I said it, or no, I didn't say that. That's what they're telling you.
That's a
that's called
pretty good observation.
That's called well, I'm just a comedian. Don't tag me, Mr. Marr. Listen, I'm Stephen Colbert. I'm just a comedian.